شكرا. تفضل أقول. You know, لو كان speeches كله بيعملوا بشكل بتاعنا كان بكون حلو, كان we will all sing. But unfortunately, I'm not coming to sing, I'm coming to talk. I want to begin by recognizing the presence of the acting chair of the board, none other than Dr. Gabriel Isaac Awow, Mojud Mande, and he is our boss, the National Security, National Revenue Authority. Bardo, I want to recognize the presence of Honorable Rachel Nyadak. She is also a member of the board, and she has held other senior positions before. And I want to pass the apology of other members of the board who were unable to come, because there is a similar function happening also in the Ministry of Finance. We were all invited, but unfortunately, we couldn't do it because of this particular noble function here. So there are a number of apologies from other members of the board. But for those who are here, the members of the board, I'm deeply honored that you are able to come and participate with us, share with us, and also provide for us some of the rightful advices that you will give. Number one, I really do not want to exhaust you with all the protocol. Let us today agree that we have uplifted our protocol. So I want to greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, Lezol Masihi Zay. And for those of you, Al-Fidin Al-Islami, Ana Bardo Bisalimitum Besim Quran Al-Karim. And for those of you who are not Masihin or Muslimin, Ana Bisalimitum Besim Rabana Batakum Bardo. Ana, I really want to be honored. Joseph and Zuma Labatana, Al-Gaidinina, they were not mentioned before. We have Honorable Dominic Malong Yaugai Dinag, he's a technical advisor, Batana Enepta Custom. And also we have some of our colleagues from the uniformed services. For example, we have Major General Albino Yaugai Dina, he's a colleague, he's a brother. Nabisama Nufus Nagal Jena Mama. Bardu, Filipina, Ode, so they have all come to join us so that they are able to witness this particular celebration. That we are unable to see them, and if we have not recognized you, know that you are with us in spirit. I always avoid formal speeches at Baktibu. The reason is, formal speeches, it's like a straitjacket. It does not give you the opportunity to widen your scope. But at the same time, it's also very dangerous when you come and speak without a formal speech. So please, you feel free to stop me when you see that I'm continuing talking. Now, I really want to thank Almighty God for this opportunity and for this particular day. And I want to thank the opportunity that has been given to us by His Excellency the President of the Republic of South Sudan, none other than His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit. Yesterday, we spent almost 7 or 8 hours in the presidency, and we spent a couple of hours with the President, and all of us were there. You might have seen it on television yesterday. Some of our colleagues were being sworn in, and we were there and we spoke. Some of the things al-bajibu fi televizionat dema hajat al-wanusukulu inak. Lakin there are some critical messages that His Excellency the President gave, which I thought, with his permission, I think I will relay to you. Number one, he was able to mention, and my brother, the Deputy Commissioner General Albino, that actually mentioned The president mentioned specifically that Kulakum, we must raise the bar up. The Talab Jaim and raise Jumhuria. Raise the bar up. The Awamir, the Ta'alimat, it is not negotiable. You cannot negotiate it. The President of the Republic of South Sudan said it. Alas, raise the bar up. The President has said it. Manatu, we have to take it seriously. Number two, the President said that when people are relieved, it is not a punishment. It's not a punishment. It's not at all. Pasankida, when people are changed, depending on how long one has served, it is not a punishment. Nimratalata, Reis Betana Bugul, this time, anybody who is relieved, before it attempts if bed kumwala fi bed fi maktaba aljadida ita bemshi ishtagal fogo fi haikun muraja be'amolo. You will be audited in terms of your life, whether it is a social life, whether it's your behavior, whether it's your performance. You will be audited. At Abadak, you will be given a certificate of security clearance. Fi nasa ishtagal maana yondak في ولاية مريدي to be عارفوا كلمة بتاع security certificate of security clearance. We used to give national security will sign. أنا بقول أنت حر أنت بمشي في أي محل. لكن without it, no, you cannot go away. Manatu, the president is emphasizing محاسبة لكل شغل علينا بكون شغالين فوقه. ما ضروري NRA كان في جيش كان في national security كان في وزارات and so forth. He's emphasizing that. So these are the critical messages that the president mentioned yesterday. لو ما زاير وما في television لكن كلام ده كلمه, and I'm sure the president gave us the permission to relay the messages to all of you. ده ما يعو عدد بتاع NRA كله. أنا متأكد لو كان ودي فرصة ما كان بملا العادي برا هناك. لكن we decided that كدنا كففوا كلام ده. بالنسبة لي أنا كنت داير تكريم ده يكون لمنو to my brother who is coming to NRA, because he's coming here to this new institution. But for me, my best ana gairu min jeba bata yumin le jeba bata shamal. Lo ana labis bontalon o gemis manata na nutu min jeba bata bontalon le jeba bata gemis fo. This is basically what happened. So I really wanted this day to be the day of our brother Albino Dak. Zamaitu Simitu Gibel, Umazol Jadid Benisba Lena Kulana. I remember the last conversation we had with him when I was a governor. We used to meet with him, we used to talk. Little did we know that we will come and work together. We used to share experiences. We used to share those experiences. And for some reasons, we finally, our path met the National Revenue Authority. And today we're going to work together. I want to pledge my support to you that we will work together. And I believe that Intasimito Kalamumbari, Zol Kibir Kelim Gal Africano, de labis tegia ketir. Tegia tana liatu, fitani. Manatu, I will be having other responsibilities outside. Manatu, the chief administrator, the person who will run the show, Yao, the deputy commissioner general, can they human resources, can they finances, can they know. My responsibility is to provide the leadership and the guidance. My responsibility is to provide the policy direction. Now, the policy direction that we're talking about, the mahajab hajam in mafish. We don't create it from nowhere. Itu simitu awal soalo sa alone umbare enda kum strategic plan We have strategic plan and we even have beyond. I really want to bring to your attention and thank our colleague, Mariel Weno. Mariel is our Deputy Commissioner for Research and Planning. And I am even told girl is Ilu Kamandi for Research and Planning and Development. Oh, Kalam Desa. Mariel worked with me in the development of our strategic plan. With some of you, our colleagues. We traveled to Malakal. We traveled to Wow. We traveled to places and places and places and places to gather the opinion, the thinking, the perception, the input of our brothers and sisters who are there and their experiences so that we are able to build a credible corporate strategic plan within about 5 years. For the document we have, it's not a desktop document, there's a document, no. It was subjected to all sorts of stages, which was not only limited to Juba. And today we have a credible strategic plan, we can sit down. And it was taken not only to the economic cluster, not only to the cabinet, but Mashal Adel Barlaman. And it was passed. Manatu, it has the credibility. So, when we start talking about providing strategic leadership, providing policies, we will not provide anything kharij strategy al-fi mawjud. لأنه كلام بتاع محاسبة. I am, all of us, the National Revenue Authority, we are going to be held accountable for what we say we will do, not for what we did not say we will do. You know, muhasaba bukun asab kalam aninte gute tamashi ta'amul. Mabe sabuk le kalam aninte gute tamab ta'amul. When I said, if you are trying to hold me responsible for what I said I did not do, then that is not accountability because I did not say I'm going to do it. So why do you have to hold me responsible? And now too, we are going to be held responsible for the strategic plan that we did. And all of you will have to anchor all your plans, whether it's a quarterly plan, whether it's an annual plan, whether it's a daily plan, it will have to be anchored on the strategic plan that we have. And it's not wishful thinking. And once you anchor that, then that will clearly define the type of budget that you require, the type of resources that you require. And eventually, it will help us reach the vision that we are talking about here. This is the standard practice that is happening everywhere. And this institution will be respected, will have credibility, even at the regional level, at the international level, if we have all these things in place. For the kind of leadership I'm talking about, that we will be providing you, will be based on that. Aya haja kharij kalam de ma leadership, de buga haja tani. Okay? So, the musuliya kabir بالنسبة لنا من توجيهات تعليمات بتاع الرئيس بإنه let us raise the bar. That means the expectation is very high. My brothers and sisters, with the permission of the acting chair of the board, when I was appointed to the National Revenue Authority, one of the statements I mentioned here, I said, what is happening to Junub Sudan, it's a national security concern. When I say national security concern, it's not the building, I'm talking about the survivability of this country. This is what I'm talking about. And yesterday I reiterated it to His Excellency the President. I said, we're at war. And the war is not a military war. The battle space has shifted to an economic war. We are being choked, we are being strangulated, we are being misinterpreted. All sorts of negative narratives have been said about us, and so forth. The hak bottomon as anumun yaktibu hajat and Junub Sudan. The hak bottomon. Do you know why? The world is not ruled on the basis of morality. Based on masla, the interests. So our interest also is to write bad things about them. Our interest is to project our interests. We have to defend it and protect it and so forth. But this requires strategic communication that is controlled. ما ممكن Africano Mande بكلم حاجة بتاع براو و our brother Albino Dak will say حاجة بتاع براو Dr. Konater will say حاجة بتاع براو. No, what I say is what he will say, what somebody will say. فعشان كده كله كلام فارغ اللي قاعدين نكتبوه عن جنوب السودان. We are a corrupt country, we are a failed state, we are شنو ما ده حق بتاع الناس ده لسه نكتب حاجات عنا لأنه it's their national interest to see to it that we are what they think they want us to be. But those things are happening because there are conduits guide في صفوف. We are the ones feeding them with that kind of information. لو أنا بقى زعلان I will start feeding them with negative narratives. لأنه خواجة بكتبوا حاجة أو support أو بقال anonymous. You know, I'm citing anonymous reference. Anonymous reference ده منو؟ ما ده زول أنت فلو بروش في طرف شارع أنا قال يتكلم كلام ده لكن اسمه ما بيظهر فوقه. This is what is happening. This is what is happening. So ده ما فيه مجاملة. A lot of things have been said about us. قريب ده we had a meeting مع ناس بتاع finance intelligence unit وناس بتاع anti smuggle anti money laundering unit وناس هنا. They have a number of recommendations that were passed that as a country we need to meet those recommendations, and NRA will not escape it also. If we don't meet those recommendations, then we shall be put in a blacklist, and when we are blacklisted we will be strangled. So this is the economic war I'm talking about. For you are a part of that economic war. That means you need to really perform and work hard so that you are able to contribute your share of what is required of you. As an Wizara Maliya, the central government, the central bank will be able to perform. Lema bugul, you are not working. Ara bugul mabruk alaikum. Mabruk alaikum, li'annu you have really outperformed. I remember when we came to the National Revenue Authority, the collection was about 3-4 billion. Now we are talking about 23 billion, we are talking about kida, we're talking about kida. You know. Dema shawon jamen mafish. Itu yawi. But what we want this time, and I emphasize that Umbari, and I've been talking, we need to have a robust department with revenue, accounting, verification, and reconciliation. This thing has to happen. We have to put it in place. The reason is, on a paper, we have collected 23 billion. Lakin lo wasan fe sabatal Wizara Maliya bugule it is only 18 billion. Then what happened to Nusina? And when I am asked, I will say, I will go and ask. And when I go and ask, that one will say he or she is going to ask. And then it goes, and then Shartan Beji, the same thing continues to repeat itself. Fana Bugul, this we have to address it unless we have a robust department with the revenue, accounting, verification and reconciliation, so that at $1 can mawasulu kalamal bugulu gal guide list of a pipeline makwis. But you know, the commercial banks are business entities and we have entrusted them. They have contracts with us. Sometimes they can even hold our money for 2 to 3 days, overnight lending, so they trade on our money and then they release it later. And we are keeping quiet, we are watching them. Manatu, maybe we are collaborating with them. So, in conclusion, you know, asan sirga yamun lipsu, they itifagia ben nafaren. Zol al-Harami wa zol al-Musrug al-Sarago haja bato. Ma they itifagia batam. Into localet shubak batak fadi. Uzul tani jakasho shalu gurush minnak. Why did you leave your window open when you know that there is somebody who is interested in that? Lo fi zulum da damul nafsu da ittifaqiyya ta nafarin inta tabtagul ana jaiz le zulum you accept it and then bizulumu. So don't make noise, but ittifaqiyya ta nafarin intentional or unintentionally. I will stop ma gisa ana da mangai nagulu gal. It is about our sisters. You know, Fisura Bugul 5%, no, 35% with Anuswan, Ufima of Kampasen, Okida. Nam, the Hag Batam. Fanagan Nagulium, Daganagan, Jama, Hagda, Ma bes beji kida, it's not something bes beji kida. Ma de tifagia bita nafaren bita mara uragil that either izolumuk wala ma izolumuk. فأنا قال صدق بإنه يوم من الأيام في 3 ناس كان ماشيين زيارة 2 نساوين وواحد راجل معهم. طبعا you know when you are going into bigger 15 نساوين وواحد راجل you have to be very careful of what you say and what you do. من مشى بقى جانين and then من قرر بينه من دارين في يشتري جداد في جداد بقولوا جداد التانى الكامل له هاي جداد شنو؟ مكرفش ده اللي يمشي يجيبوا جداد ده زمانهم مشى لقوا بس 2 جداد يعوفي أول حاجة النساوين ده بقول أيوة قاعدين دائما قاعدين تزولوا مننا دور ده أننا أغلبية ده أننا تب تشوف نار ده تشوف حاجة لازم يقسموا إيكوال ما بزول يظلموا فالراجل اللي شافه زي قال ما في مشكلة خام كده شيلوا الاثنين جداد المكرفش ده تقسم اللي عشان ما يتو كلنا ما ظلمتوا فمرة نمرواي شالوا جداد ده قوم قسم فلوس قام قال يا حق بتاع 50% 50% ما في كلام كده فهو شيلوا حقه مرة نمرة 2 ده قام قال انتوا ما كلام ظلم بتاعكم ده النهارده والله we have to divide it 50-50 قام قسموا كمان 50 قام ودي للراجل ده and then الراجل اللي فضل بكم ما وايد ده ونساوين ده بقى بياكل نص بتوعنا قال هاي we cannot be cheated you know we cannot be cheated non machine so another نقول لكم ودائما it is an intentional or intentional تفاجئ بين نفرين للظلم يعمل نفسه للسرقة يعمل نفسه so the idea of فورقة بوري حاجة تانية براو يلا في بنكي حاجة تانية براو ده في حاجة في النص هنا كده حاجة ما مفهوم لكن شغال لكن حاجة ده شغال so لحدنا I am so happy ربنا يبارك يتكم سنشمس بيجا سكم and my brother Albino I once again want to welcome you that we will continue working and لأنه لكلام بتزمن I will not give تاني مرة للناس as MC, I will take this opportunity to invite Honorable Rachel Nyadak. Taban, she is a member of our board, so that she can come and also give you some advices, and so that you are able to know her. And Rachel Nyadak, Mazol Jadid, Kan Mushtashari Mdak, an advisor to the president, and we have worked with her in many areas. Ubardu, Yausada Binu, we are working here, so I will welcome you, so that later on you'll be able to welcome the acting chair, Batana. Salam alaikum.